So, you know what's interesting? I've just run a LinkedIn poll, right, to find out what people are using AI for. And what they're using it for is just so incredibly basic. It's like, not, if you look at computer, the way we test people for their computer understanding, you've got basic, then you've got intermediate, and then you've got expert. Most people are really at basic level. And then you wonder why there's so much fear around us, because they don't really understand the true power of what they have. So I've been using ChatGPT now for about 3 years, right? So I really have a really good understanding of how it works, and my thinking, my understanding has evolved. Where now I know that this is not just it's not just a tool. It's not just a Google search engine. What we're talking about here is actually a second brain. This is it's like, imagine you've got a second brain that sits right here that you can constantly refer to, but the difference between the AI brain and your brain is that your brain is cluttered with limited beliefs, old conditioning, cultural conditioning, socialization, uh, you know, your brain is filled with your own old thinking. Whereas the AI brain doesn't have any of that clutter. So now when you give that AI brain a really good quote, it takes you way out of your own thinking and you go, wow, look at that, that's amazing. So the key here is to start to use AI not as just another tool to tighten up emails or to analyze a report or to summarize a report, but to start to use it as a thinking tool. So, as an example, what's one step beyond summarize this report? What's the one thing you can do to really get value from the report? So, as an example, if you were to say, interrogate this report and find out where the holes are, what's missing, what is being said that should, what isn't being said that should be said, what isn't there. Now we're starting to really look at this second brain for what it can do. And then you can even ask the question, if you were going to rewrite this report with the following understanding this and this is the market we're in, this is the challenge that we're facing, and you pose all the issues. Now we're starting to really cook with gas, because in the movie Moneyball, they always talk about the problem isn't the problem. What is the problem? Which is why we use the 5 whys. We use the 5 whys to really uncover the root of the problem. But now we've got this wonderful piece of software, if you like, that can think, and we're just tinkering with it at its most basic level. So think about that. What can you do to really start to amp up your thinking with AI? Because that's where the true value is.